Magandang araw po sa lahat and sa ating future innovators. So, I have one question for you. Handa na ba kayo ulit ma-challenge and to witness ulit a dawn of revolution sa ating new theme called Synapse City? So, welcome po sa iRock Philippines 2026. Our own goal is to make the machines code to think. Our goal and our concept for our year's theme is the machine can see and they can think and they can communicate. So this is not just a sci-fi theme. This is iRock, powered by Linbot, kung saan nagbabanggaan yung virtual at physical worlds in one platform. So we are saying that this is code to run to code to think. So we are redefining robotics in education. So dito, students don't just assemble robots. They architect the intelligence of it. So they must master the skills na kailangan ng industries tomorrow para sa AI, IoT, and autonomous systems. So yun na nga, doon nakuha ang meaning ng iRock. A for AI, I for IoT, and robotics competition for ROC.
Artificial intelligence is stepping out of the screen and into the physical world. From autonomous rovers to smart cities, physical AI is tomorrow's reality. Don't let our children just consume technology. They must learn to build the minds of machines. It's time to move from code to run, to code to think. Bridge the gap. Start their robotics journey today with Pythaverse and Leanbot.
So why iRock? Kasi this is more than a competition, it's a mission. So we are showing STEM excellence. So we validate the skills in math, science, computer science, and technical design. And we are empowering talent discovery. So we are spotting and nurturing the brightest minds sa ating bansa. So we also want global exposure, giving our students the chance to shine internationally. And also national impact. So aligning with our education philosophy to build a future-ready generation po. So today, hindi lang po tayo magla-launch ng competition. We will ignite a movement of thinkers, builders, dreamers, and pioneers. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to iRock 2026. The future is not waiting, it starts now.
So last year's international competition was held in Jakarta, Indonesia. last year, we had Miriam College, International Christian Academy, and San Beda College, Alabang. And we are proud to share that we secured second place in the master category. So this is International Christian Academy. So the international competition has been running since 2006, continuously growing over the years. Each year, different countries take part in organizing the competition. One of the unique aspects of this international competition is that it introduces a new theme every year. So these are designed to connect robotics with real-world issues, making the competition more meaningful and relevant for the students. This year's theme is Synapse City. The competition will start with the national level before proceeding to the international stage. The international competition will be held in Hanoi, Vietnam this November. May mga konting changes lang. There are also some minor changes to the naming conventions. So previously, categories were apprentice, veteran, expert, and elite. These have now been updated to explorer, creator, innovator, and master under the regular category, while futurist and visionary are under the open category. And let's go watch this video.
It's not just about talent, it's about staying ahead. In a world transforming by nanoseconds, the real question is, will you adapt, or be left behind? Decades of pollution have pushed our cities to the edge. The era of code to run is over. Welcome to the age of code to think, where you co-create with AI to rewrite the physical world. Welcome to iRock 2026. This is the massive evolution of a 20-year global legacy, aligning student competencies with industrial automation 4.0. Powered by the Pythaverse digital twin, students bridge the virtual and real worlds. They analyze data, engineer logic, and simulate complex pathfinding before deploying physical hardware into Synapse City. The ultimate test of physical AI. No remote controls, no human intervention. Robots must autonomously perceive their environment, utilizing computer vision to adapt to hidden variables in real time. Mission 1. Containment. Students engineer advanced pathfinding algorithms to identify and isolate toxic zones before the crisis spreads. Mission 2. Neutralization. Using custom-trained machine learning models, robots must autonomously classify pollution types and deploy exact chemical neutralizers to restore the city's grid. Mission 3. Adaptive analysis. The master challenge. When confronted with mystery pollution, students must train their AI to recognize unknown anomalies and extract them to the lab. Stop fearing AI. Start commanding it. Don't just live in the world, redefine it. Claim your title as a chief engineer at AIROC 2026.
So, hello everyone. I am Hilarion from TGSI. For this year, the context of the problem is mega cities are choked by dense toxic smog. A human entry into danger zones is impossible. So the students, they would act as chief engineers to code a fleet of robots to identify, contain, and neutralize pollution sources to restore the blue sky. So participants strategize and employ problem-solving skills to develop fully autonomous robotic system in completing the missions without any form of human interventions. So ito po, katulad ng sa video, the robots that will be deployed and the solutions that would be developed by the students are fully autonomous po. There would be no human intervention, so the robot is being able to adapt and decide real time what to do. So for this year, the category requirements, we have the Explorer, which is from age to 9. It only requires 2 students per team. And the coding software they will be using is Blockly, which will have also one LeanBot standard as their personal learning tool or the robot. For the creator category, we have age 9 to 12, 2 students per team, and still using the Blockly with the LeanBot standards. Now, for the innovator, we have age 11 to 15, and now we move to from 2 students per team. We are now doing 3 students per team, and the coding software they will be using is Blockly, C++, and Python. So in this category for the innovator and the master, the Blockly mainly is for guidance po. Hindi po siya full na ito lang yung gagamitin ng mga bata. Kasi po, the innovator and master category would require the C++ or yung PIDE po natin. At saka Python, of course, for training your model para ma-detect yung Jenga blocks, which will be explained earlier. And then we have 2 units of LeanBot standard plus IoT for the innovator. For the master category, we will have age 15 to 18, 3 students per team, Blockly, C++, and Python for their coding software. And again, 2 units po. And then here po, the students will have to create their own solution. It is using IoT po. Later on, which will be demoed by James, kung paano mag-communicate yung dalawang LeanBot po natin. So as you can see, this is our field track. This is aligned to the theme that meron po tayong pollution, danger zone, katulad nung sinabi ko kanina. And then we have our different districts, which represents different cities. Then we have our containment zone and our crisis response lab. So now we have the pollution blocks, which are Jenga blocks, provided when you register to the competition, and the neutralizer block, which will be used to complete the missions. So first, let's discuss about the tactical grid representing 8 city zones, A, B, C to H po. So here, yan po ay dyan ilalagay yung Jenga blocks, and then it would be randomized still. So there is no, wala pong katulad nung last year that there are specific missions that are being static po, hindi po siya nati-change. So here po, we will change the location po when the contest starts or when the competition starts. Now, in the diamond area, that is your pollution containment zone. So we have discussed earlier that you have your pollution blocks. So that dyan po ilalagay yung pollution blocks when you try to complete one mission. So here we have our pollution location. So dyan po nakalagay yung Jenga blocks. So we have our storage area. This storage area, dyan po ilalagay yung neutralizer blocks. So dyan po, di ba, we have our pollution blocks. After po, yan po yung gagamitin ng bata para po mailagay to complete one of the missions. So we have 3 missions in this competition po. Our crisis response lab, dyan po mag-i-start yung robot. So whether kung ano ang position ng robot would be up to the students as long as they would complete the mission and it would be the best solution para sa kanila during the competition. So dyan din po ilalagay yung lab pollution for sample analysis. We have our tactical grids representing 8 city zones, A to H po. Pollution containment area, dyan po yung diamond po yan. And then, yung pollution location per city zone, so 1 to 4. Dyan po ilalagay yung Jenga blocks. So when I say randomized po earlier, kunwari po we have F1. So dito po siya ilalagay sa F1. Let me, so here po, F1. So we have our F here. Dyan po ilalagay. So this is randomized po Wala po siyang wala po siyang fix. So next would be the storage area for storage area S1 to S6, which is marked by green rectangles, location for neutralizer blocks. Yan po ay decided po ng students na. So wala po tayong guidelines kung saan ilalagay yung green na neutralizer block or blue na neutralizer block. So it would be up to the students kung saan nila ilalagay so that they will have the most efficient solution. Kasi po, we have only 2 minutes just like the last year's competition. And then, now, for the pollution blocks, we have colored blocks and the neutralizer. So before, you are required to do specific missions sequentially. Dapat po yan yung tapusin nyo, then later on, eto naman. But for this, the students are free to decide what objectives are they completing, as long as makomplete po nila. Because every mission has different score. The goal for the students is to obtain the highest possible score within 2 minutes. So wala pong dapat nyo munang gawin yung neutralization, dapat nyo munang gawin yung containment or yung analysis. It would be up to you to decide kung ano yung pinaka-highest possible score na pwede nyong gawin within 2 minutes. So for the execution, we have our autonomy. All missions must be fully autonomous. Wala pong human intervention, though the students may reset once they do the mission, just like the last year. So yung mga nakasali last year, it's just the same. For the sequence, missions can be completed and repeated in any order within the time limit. So ito po yung difference. Now you are deciding what missions are you going to complete so that you will have your highest score within the 2 minutes time. So the strategy, point values vary by block color. Strategically manage the available pollution and neutralizer blocks to maximize the score. We have the containment. Contain each reported pollution to its corresponding containment area. So this one, for example, we have the pollution block is located on C3. So dapat niya po ilagay doon sa containment zone or yung C niya. Diyan po sa pollution containment area, which is here po. Ito po. Need niya po ilagay dyan. Yan po, it will be scored as long po as this block enters here po. So dapat andito siya, center. Dito po dapat. So yan po yung scoring mechanics dyan. For the robot execution, travel to polluted city zone and then move pollution block into corresponding containment area. So now you are scored when you do this mission 45 per block. So here we have the neutralization. Contain each reported pollution source to its corresponding containment area. Neutralize polluted city zones with dedicated neutralizers. So yan po yung ilalagay sa storage area, which is S1, S2, S6 dun po sa gilid ng field track. Then what you're gonna do po sa mga bata and the students is bring the neutralization block to the city containment center. Ilalagay nyo po dun sa C and then you will be scored 160 per pair. So for the next mission is the analysis. You retrieve your pollution samples for further investigation and analysis. So what the robot would do during that time po is travel to polluted city zone, transport the pollution block back to the CRL for analysis. So the scoring po dyan is 100 per block and 150 per mystery block, which is applicable for master category lang. So here, same din, dapat po mailagay doon sa CRL yung block in order to be scored by the 100 points per block. So robots or the robots should start and finish at the CRL. So plus 40 points po per robot that finishes in the CRL. Now for the field models, we have form pollutions plus 2 neutralizers in the explorer category. For the creator, we have 5 pollutions plus 3 neutralizers, and for the innovator, we have 6 pollution blocks and 3 neutralizer blocks. For the master category, we have 7 pollutions, which is yung isa dyan po ay mystery block or mystery color, and the 3 neutralizer, totaling to 10 blocks. Participating teams must bring their own laptops, leanbot kits, and field models or color blocks to the competition. Kasi po, itutune nyo po yan sa AI. That's why for the innovator and master, you are required to do Clef+, Python, and Blockly. So for the difficulty level, we have Explorer, 20%, 6 blocks plus location and plus color, which would be announced during the start of the competition. For the creator, we have 5 pollutions, 3 neutralizers, totaling to 8 blocks, plus the location and the color, which is announced din po during the start of the competition. For the innovator and master, on the other hand, the location will just be announced. You have your 6 pollution and 3 neutralizers, totaling to 9 blocks. So wala pong color, hindi po siya static, unlike explorer and creator. And for the master, we have 7 pollutions plus 3 neutralizers. Take note po that the 1 pollution block is randomized po or mystery yung color. And then you will just be told the location of the blocks. Hindi po siya katulad nung sa explorer and creator. So now we have the scoring matrix. For the explorer, you have 45 per block when you do containment. When you do containment plus neutralization, you are scored 160 per pair. So ito po yung ilalagay. This is the second mission, second objective. And for the analysis, yan yung ilalagay doon sa CRL. You are scored 100 per block. And for the master category, you are scored 150 for your mystery block. Then of course, when you return your robot to the CRL during the 2-minute mark, na hindi po siya after, you are scored 40 per robot. For the game flow and structure in the physical competition, the first random announcement is the announcement of the randomized location of pollution sources for all age categories. So, reminder po, color po is announced lang for the explorer and creator. For the innovator and master category, hindi po siya announced yung color at saka yung location ng blocks. The next would be the preparation, coding and practice. Teams program physical robot, or they could use the virtual Linbot digital twin for doing their strategy. It's up to them. And then select the fastest routes and calibrate sensors on the practice track. So ito po, since we are already using the color sensor for the determination of color, it is recommended po na we tune again our code in the contest venue. For the next po, we have the quarantine, robot isolation, where the robots are impounded, and then programs, codes on Linbot cannot be changed, and then absolute discipline is required. So this is just the same with the last year's contest. And the fourth round is the second random announcement. This is for innovator and master categories only. So announcement of randomized colors of each pollution blocks in the predetermined locations. So as you can see po, yun yung kanina, because we already show for the innovator and master the locations. So A to C3, yan lang po for the innovator and master. Wala po siyang color. And then next, also, the fourth stage is the robot uses sensory intelligence to adapt and solve. So for the rounds, physical competition consists of 2 official rounds, same as last year. We have the randomization. Unique randomized configurations will be generated for each round to test the robot's adaptability. And for the scoring, official score will be recorded at the conclusion of the 2-minute mission execution. The rules of last year is still the same. Final will be treated as your final score. For the randomization for the first round, ganyan po yung the way it looks. So for explorer and creator, the pollution's location and color type is revealed during the first random announcement. Whereas sa innovator and master, yung location lang. So A2, C3, F1, ganyan lang po. Wala pa pong color. So it's up for the students to decide how would they structure their code so that malalaman ng Linbot nila whether that block in A1 is doing the containment only, or i-analysis niya yan, or they would do with the neutralization, which is bringing your neutralizer blocks to the said zone or city containment zone. For the innovator and master, the second random announcement, dyan na po makikita kung anong kulay is within that location. So randomized po yan, hindi po siya announced. So it is different per round. So ito po yung ranking priority and tie-breaking logic. So tier 1, especially when you have yung tie, ito po, pag same kayo ng normalized score, best round, you will proceed to tier 2. When you say robot consistency, yan po yung lowest difference, or yung how the scores are tied in between the 2 runs. And the next tier is the tiebreaker efficiency, or yung fewest tries. When you run your solution, pag hindi nyo nare-reset, yan po is considered a try. Kung one time lang po kayo nag-try, one time nyo lang po ni-run, tapos okay naman siya, so that is counted as 1. And the last tiebreaker po is completion time. Kailan bumalik si Linbot dun sa CRL, or isa or dalawa man yan, yan po yung counted po as na-stop or na-finish na po yung mission. Kahit na po, hindi nyo po lahatin. Hindi nyo gawin lahat ng mission as long as you have reached your target score during that run and binalik nyo po yung Linbot sa CRL, counted na po as done yung mission. So, that is it for me.
So now we will show a live demo.
So, as you can see here, this is our sign-up city map. So, as what Sir Hillard explained earlier, these are the city zones. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. And right here, we only have a few set of blocks for the sake of the demo and for sake of simplicity. So, here I have placed the red block here at G, and blue block at H, and green block at E. And here I am doing a master's category. So, I'm using 2 Linbots with 2 IoT extension. And as you can see, I have 2 neutralizer blocks. I have green block, and I have blue block. So right now, I'm going to run my program sa Linbot. So disclaimer lang po, hindi po perfect si program and it might have an discrepancy, an issue, an error, but that's normal po. So let's turn on the Linbot. Yan. So bibigyan ko na kayo ng insight, ng tip. So right now, as soon I started the Linbot, I will show it to the camera. It's blinking, meaning kailangan ko mag-setup ng line follower. Yan. So, sineset up ko po muna si line follower. Yan. Then, as you can see po, yung placement ng Linbot ko, may palatandaan po ako. Yan. Hindi ko po basta-basta piniplace si Linbot kahit saan. Dahil may certain code, may certain placement siya na dun siya nag-work. So, let's scan the line follower again for the second Linbot. So, nag-a-align lang po ako ngayon. If we look closely sa map natin, there's diamond, there's squares here, which we can use as a guide or palatandaan para mas madalian tayo sa initial placement. So right now, I'm using my cell phone to act as a hotspot, hotspot giver. So here, I opened my hotspot. And ito po si hotspot. 2 devices connected. Yung 2 devices na po yan ay yung dalawang Linbot. So right now, naka-redesign na po silang dalawa. Ayan. So I will start the demo. Ayan, starting. Ayan. Did you see nag-blink si Linbot? Pinush niya si red block, in-scan niya si color. Lalapit siya sa green block, scan niya si color green. Then, scan ko si blue. Ngayon, sa dashboard, nag-connect po siya. Pagka-scan niya sa green, kinuha niya si green block here. Yan. And, yun. Nalobat po siya. Yan. So, ituloy na lang po natin by hand. So, as you can see, kinuha niya po si green block successfully. And I can show you now the dashboard. Yan. So, let me share my screen. So, I will share my IoT.Vitaverse.space dashboard. Ayan po. As you can see, nag-send po ako ng data. Ano po yung proof? Ito po. It's up. Yung mga data, it's updated May 5, 2026. Anong oras? 2:49 p.m. So, nung 2:49 p.m., nag-send po ako ng green, red, and blue data block. And I can view the log history right here. Yan. Yan po. As you can see, sa log din po, nasa-save yung serial number. Nasa-send din yung serial number ni Linbot. So, what is supposed to happen on my demo? Yan. So, let's move the Linbot by hand. So, si Linbot, turn around siya. Pupunta po siya dito, magla-line follower. Then, kailangan si neutralizer block, ito po si neutralizer block, kailangan niya dalhin sa same color. So, green, dapat dito siya sa E, kasi same sila sa green. And kailangan push silang parehas inside the pollution zone. Okay? Then, babalik po siya. Think sa IoT dashboard, alam niya yung next na kukunin, which is the color blue, dahil na-scan nga po. Then, dadalhin niya si color blue na block hanggang digital downtown or sa H na pollution zone. Yan. Kailangan silang dalawa po nasa loob. So, what if po si pollution block natumba? Yan. What if natumba po siya? Yan. Because may gravity, yan. Kasalanan ni gravity, yan. What if natumba siya pero nasa loob ng pollution zone? It is still counted. It's still counted. What if it's outside like this? Si green block, natumba. Pero, one is outside, one is nasa loob. Pero, kahit it's outside, it's still touching the pollution zone. So, I have a good news for you. It's still counted. So what if dalawa sila may nakalagpas na ganyan, sumobra, Is it still counted? As long as na may nakatouch sa pollution zone, it's still counted. Yan, medyo nakahinga na po ba ng maluwag? Ayan. So ano naman po ang ginagawa ng CRL Crisis Response Lab? Ayan, CRL. So, as Sir Hillard mentioned, there's two purposes. First, ito yung ginamit natin pang starting terminal sa Tulinbot natin. And second, yung second functionality niya is pwede tayong maglagay ng pollution block inside here. So ano yung mga kailangan nating ilagay na pollution block? Yung mga walang ka-pair, walang kapares. For example, in this demo, this is red. So, si Linbot, kailangan niya kunin si red here. Then, dadalhin niya sa CRL lab. Yan. So, in master category, na-introduce po namin na meron tayong mystery block. Ayan. Ano nga po pala ang mystery block? So, si mystery block po is a random color. Me as a part of the distributor, hindi ko din po alam kung ano magiging color sa mismong competition. So, we are empowering students to venture into AI. So, for example, sa innovator and master category, they will use Python to determine yung iba pang colors. Kasi di ba po, in last year's competition, ang nade-detect lang natin is red, blue, and green. So in this year's competition, as you have seen earlier, may mga different colored blocks tayo, like violet and yellow. Yan. So what if si yellow block here is nag-randomize napunta dito, around here. So kailangan si Linbot pumunta siya doon sa yellow. Ayan. So for example, this is our Linbot 2. Ayan. Can you see it po? So this is Linbot 2. So what if I program it to get the yellow block and deliver it to the CRL? Ayan. Yan, nag-i-scan po siya ng color. Then, after niya i-scan sa color, kailangan niya i-send sa IoT dashboard. Yan. Yung gagrab niya si color, dadalhin niya sa CRL lab. Then, papasok na si Linbot sa CRL lab. Yan. So, that's how you do it. Ngayon, bakit ulit si yellow block kinuha? Dahil wala siyang ka-pair. Since wala siyang ka-pair na neutralization block, mapupunta yung pollution block dito sa CRL lab. Now, what if si student kinuha si pollution block na may kapare supposedly, then nalagay niya accidentally si blue sa CRL lab. Ano kaya mangyayari? Counted kaya yung 100 points or not? Yes, it's still counted. Counted si 100 points. Yan. So what if in this example scenario, yung yellow block natin, na-drop natin ng kalahati ulit. Is it still counted? Yes, mapagbigay tayo. Yes, it's still counted. 100 points. Yan. So, ganun po yung example demo ng Synapse City. And also, to demonstrate the mystery block, what if I have a mystery block na may color orange? Yan. And sabi nga sa round 1 and round 2, nagbabago ng mystery block probably. So, it might be black, it might be brown, it might be another color. So, for example, si mystery color block, na-determine yung location here. Yan. So, since si mystery block, wala naman siyang kapares, So it will probably go sa CRL Crisis Response Lab. Yan, scanning. Then, kailangan niya kunin. Papunta sa CRL. Yan. So, that's it for the demo po.
For the overall competition structure, ito po siya. So for the national, IROC Philippines 2026, the tentative date po is October 4, Sunday, and venue is online po muna. And then the registration, which will be sent later on by Ms. Steph. We have complete online and physical, and then the finalist for each category represents the country to compete internationally. And for the international, we have the IROC International 2026. Andun po siya sa Vietnam. The date is November 29, 2026. Then compete with delegates across the region. So regular and open categories po ay andun pa din. So for the timeline, now we have the national briefing, and then preparations and workshops will be spanning from May until August. Tapos the IROC Philippines, the national level finals would be on October 4, 2026, and the international would be on November 29, 2026 at Hanoi, Vietnam.
So for the awards, as you can see here, for the champion award, we have the sponsorship to IROC International, cash award, and trophy and certificate. It's all available to all categories. In our first runner-up, we have the cash award and trophy and certificate. In the second runner-up, we have the cash award and trophy and certificate again. And for the distinction and excellence, it will be 2 students per team that will receive a medal or certificate. So it's still tentative.
Next naman po is for the AROC training. So we will offer both online and face-to-face sessions. We will have AROC Friday Boost, which will be held online every Friday from May to August. So this is free of charge. And for those who would like to join the online training, please register through the link. Please take note that this is the same form that we will be using during the registration for the national. Reason, since the online training is open to all, you will be asked here to indicate your purpose for registering. As some participants kasi may only wish to join the training but not join the competition. And then as for the face-to-face training, this will be available by schedule. Ayan po. So, thank you. So, we will accept any questions po. Do you have any questions or confusions or need clarifications? So, this meeting is recorded. If kailangan balikan, we will upload this recording on our Facebook channel or Facebook page. Okay, I'll show you yung registration para walang confusion. Hold on. So this is the registration form for national competition and then scheduling ang training natin. So some questions may be familiar kasi ito rin po yung questions previously. So additional lang yung test. Dito po sa part na to, purpose of registration. So, click nyo lang yung drop down. Either you're registering for the competition or for online training only, both competition and online training, or for face-to-face training, or both competition and then face-to-face. So, say for example, you're joining yung face-to-face training natin. Once you hit next, you will be asked if you have an existing Pythaverse account. So, either you hit yes or no. So for example, yes, then you will be asked for your Pythaverse login account. If you hit no, hold on, let's go back. If you hit no, and then ito na po yung end of registration. Pero ang mangyayari po niyan, we will reach out to you. So para magawan po namin kayo ng account.
Again, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for attending the national briefing for IROC 2026. And we are starting early because we are so excited that we are going to train early so that we will have more chances and we have more preparation for November 29 in Hanoi, Vietnam. So in case if you're wondering how much will be the IROC package, in fact, we don't have any package. It's just that we are providing the price list to the school admin and regarding the lean bots, because for every team, you're going to prepare lean bot unit field models, which are the blocks that you have seen. The number of blocks are according to the category that you belong, and then also you need to purchase the IROC content and the account so that you will be able to join the competition. So we'll start first with the national. So the online national finals, it's not yet final. It's not yet final that it's going to be online. We might have it face to face because since 2024 we haven't had any face-to-face national finals. So still far away. So we're looking into that area. Then as for the training, we are doing something different this year for IROC. We're going to have weekly training via Zoom. That's why we ask you to register through the form so that we can give you the Zoom link. And then if you are not available on that Friday, don't worry, we're going to post the recorded training video in our YouTube channel or in Facebook. Just make sure just like and follow our Facebook account, which is IROC Philippines, and our YouTube channel, IROC Philippines. Because I know you have questions, but you're just shy to ask, or you don't have the questions right now. So in case you have more questions, you can contact our master trainers in your designated group chat or your school admin or your coaches. Please ask away, and then we will get back to you with the replies. I am more hopeful that this year we're going to have more schools joining. And in case you are wondering that what if we won't be able to finish the nationals as champions, don't worry. If we're going to have the wild card edition for those who have potential, also the skills to make it to Vietnam, then we will have you as one of the representatives for Philippines. But the registration, you're going to shoulder the registration for the international competition. Only for the champions who will get the free registration. Okay, thank you so much on behalf of the Digital Hub Philippines Corp team. Thank you so much for being with us. I know you have other things to do, but still we appreciate you giving us your time to be with us. There's a question here. Okay, hi, Miss Lizzie from ICA. The registration po ba ay for coach or from the students? So, Steph?
For registration po, si coach na lang po ang mag-submit.
So for the registration, I would like to reiterate, it's going to be the coach of the participating school who will register for their teams. I hope to see you all in the training. So starting May 8, we're going to have the kickoff of our IROC Friday Boost training series. So the time will be 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. So that's the every Friday. So before we go, may we ask everyone to show their beautiful faces, and then let's have a photo op to mark this day that we are kicking off the IROC Philippines 2026. Okay, let's show our smiles. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, see you soon on May 8th. Okay, bye.